What's going on, guys? Kevin, and welcome back to another ASMR video, another ASMR rant, and another question I want to ask. Today's video is about Inter Miami project. Did it fail? Did it succeed? And I'm bringing this up. I was gonna record this last week, but I forgot. I got tired, and then I started going to the gym at nights with my friends. So yeah. I'm saying this because, of course, they got knocked out in the semifinals of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Their league form at the moment, it was really poor. Let me just go back into it. Inter Miami right now, they sit 6th in the Eastern Conference. That's honestly not that bad, but let's talk about their last month. I'm gonna say this like this: they came back from a 1-0 defeat against LA Galaxy, LAFC in the quarterfinals. They came back. They beat Columbus without Messi. I think at that exact moment, I think Messi was injured. No, Messi did play. Oh. Okay, never mind then. Oops. I think I'm thinking about last season. Anyways, it was a tie against Chicago away from home. Okay, because I guess it was a tough calendar in the sense of like Sunday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Of course, form might drop, it might or might not drop. Of course, I hope you guys like the jersey. I got it last year. I got it for Christmas. Well, I bought it for Christmas. Oops. They lose 2-0 against Vancouver away from home in Canada. So, of course, you're like, okay, shoot. Can they do it again? And then the team is winning 3-0. Or was it 3-0? I don't want to get it wrong. They were winning 3-1. And from 3-1, they lost 4-3. Of course, resting the majority of the players. Obando, the Ecuadorian, scores for several goals for the club. Starters, there was no starters on the bench. No, Busquets was there because he didn't play in the first leg, I believe, or was something like that. No Alba, no Messi, no Suarez, no Oscar Ustari. They was basically just subs. Falcon was on the bench, but he came on, and of course they still lost. Then Inter Miami get thrashed 3-1 in Vancouver. It should have been more. It could have been more. Some of the goals I was watching was just like pickup, like from soccer. There's literally 2 goals in 2 minutes. And it looked like you were watching Sunday League play. It was crazy. And then they beat Red Bull, their New York Red Bulls, at home. I mean, they played Miami, and they won 4-1. You're like, okay. Then they lose 4-1 against Minnesota United. And then they tied 3-3 against San Jose. They lost 3-0 against Orlando in the rivalry week. And that's when I wanted to make the video, but of course, since then, Inter Miami came back from a 3-1, from losing 3-1 to 3-3, and they just beat Montreal at home. So it's like, has failed. The thing I'm talking about is a weak form. Javier Mascherano he's not a bad coach. He just needs more experience. If you can see my face, you're kind of be like, oh God, I'm one of those. Bro, listen, I watched Argentina play the Under-20 World Cup, the Under-20 South American Games, I think it was, the Olympics, when this man had some of the, hold on, can I find the team that played? I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna search it up. Sub-23, the Olympics. I'm gonna talk about 2024. Olympics. Summer 2024 Olympics. They had a tough group and they almost did not make it out of the group. I'm looking for it. I want to see the squads. No, I want to see the squads. Here it is. And bro, Javier Mascherano had a solid team that realistically could have went far. Off the top of my head of players I know for a fact, Lucas Beltran, who ex River, very solid at River. Giuliani Simeone at the time, he was at Alaves on loan, but of course we know what he's like now. He's had a stellar season this season for Atletico de Madrid. Nicolas Otamendi as the one of the over 23 players for Benfica, World Cup winner, bicampeón con América. Some dude was just driving by playing like I think it was like banda, that's what it's called. Gonzalo Lujan, of course, now plays for Inter Miami. Claudio Echeverri, one of the best prospects in world football, currently plays for City. He just made his debut in the Prem. I think it was this past weekend. I'm recording this on the 30th of May, so the season's over. And of course, Claudio Echeverri, we know how solid he could be. We had Theo Almada, of course, World Cup winner as well. This is before he left for Botafogo. Solid player, super solid. Number 10, Julian Alvarez. Bro, that man has not had a rest in years. He has not had a rest since probably 2020. Hold up. It was the Copa America. It was the rest 2022. He played La Final. No, he didn't play La Finalísima. He wasn't there. Or was he there? He was there. I guess it's kind of a break. I guess kind of a break. 2022, 2023. Well, 2023. Preseason for City, 2024, Copa America, and Olympics. This man has not had a rest. Christian Medina, ex-Boca. Zenon, ex-Boca. They both do not play for Boca Juniors anymore. Wait, no, again, Zenon still plays for Boca. Medina plays in Estudiantes. Really? Why? Anyways, those two very solid players. Zenon had a really, bro, I was watching the games. He was playing really well. Gianna Morulli, of course, him and Alvarez, another two over 23 players. So the team could have gone far. It has a lot of domestic talent. He just sucked with it. When I mean he sucked with it, Like, bro, when I tell you, like, the games, how it went. Group A, no, it was Group B. Group B, he lost against Morocco. I mean, the Moroccans made it to the semifinals, so it was a good team. They beat Iraq, and they beat Ukraine. Okay. And then they suffer against France. The way they played against France was so ass. Like, bro, France had a good team. I'm not telling you they didn't. And they had a hell of a performance. But man, oh man, oh man. This man did not know what to do. He had 2 defenders, 3 defenders back. Can I check this game out? Hold on. I think I can find it. It was this one. Does it tell me this? It does. Of course. Okay, let's see who's on the... They had a very solid squad. They had Bade, Restes, who's a solid goalkeeper. Olis, who's plays for Palace. Mateta plays for Palace. As one of the over 23 players. Olis, very, very good. And Alexander Lacazette, a very solid bench as well. The team, honestly, if you put these side by side, it was a pretty decent affair. But man, the way I saw Argentina play, they had no attack, like they had no creativity. Literally all in the 90th minute. I don't know why he put in so many subs so late. Gonzalo Lujan for Otamendi, no, for what do you put in? For Joaquin Garcia, so he was gonna play a back three, and then Echeverri, a number 10 in the 90th minute. He what? Like, bro, at that point, at the 80th minute, you're playing a knockout football game. You have, it doesn't matter if you lose 2-3-0. You have to chase the lead. You have to chase for the draw or the tie. He could have literally put on Echeverri, Beltran, and he could have done something. He had Thiago. He still had Thiago. You have two number 10s. Of course, Echeverri, I don't think he's going to be a natural number 10, of course, because there's a different generation. Almada's like 6-7 years older than him. But you had so many. He could have played winger. He could have played so, bro. Like, you could have had a 3. I'm trying to think of formation. You could have had a 3-5-2. Honestly, a 3-5-2 with a cam with the number 10. That would have been solid. But so of course, Argentinian fans know how he is with the national teams. On the 20 World Cup, he didn't qualify, and then I think Indonesia had to pull out of being host because they were not letting, I think it was Israel in, because of course the conflict that's happening in real life. Did he want to recognize them? So I think FIFA moved them to Argentina, so Argentina qualified in their spot, and they got blown out with that tournament. So of course this season, Javier Mascherano has only had doubts. This season, of course. From the CCC, they could have won, maybe. Honestly, probably, maybe. I don't know. Because Tata Martino, he was super solid for the last 2 seasons. Oh wait. Okay, I have to get back on track. Why is it failed? Because I'm asking if it failed because Inter Miami has not won the MLS Cup. They have not won any continental silverware. If you think the League's Cup is continental silverware, I don't count it. Like, it's more like an ingrown tournament that just ironically originated when Messi and Co came in. I mean, like, it's ironic. No. I know the League Cup existed, and their format was going to start during that season, but it's like, sorry, I had a cough. Sorry, but yeah, like the tournament, the structure of the tournament, I didn't like it. It was like, bro, like it's a money grab. They won the League's Cup and they won the Supporters Shield. I guess the motto of the club was to bring in top players and win silverware. They did, but it's like the MLS Cup, they got thrown out by Atlanta in the first round, or second round technically. That's why Tata Martino was well, he left on his own terms, but they were gonna sack him most likely. In the CCC, of course, that season, they lost in the quarterfinals against Monterrey. They got destroyed in Mexico. In the League's Cup, they got to the quarterfinals, I think it was, or quarter 16, and they lost against Columbus. I think it was Columbus. In a really cagey affair against Miami, which set up the reason, like, the last game against them last season. It was an amazing match. What else? Is it a failed experience? Like, I'm talking about the season. I'm talking about in general. In the last 3 seasons, well, let's say 2.5 seasons, 2 years. I want to say 2 years, because technically they have brought in big players. Like, I mean, they still have the same 4 big players. Like, they brought in a lot of youngsters. It looks like South America 2.0. Like, the motto of the club was, "O más que una familia," not that one. Nope, not Libertades Unidas en Fortuna. Where is it? Hold up. David Beckham. I want to type in David Beckham because I remember he said something. That's not it. Where is it? Wait. Okay, I think this was it for goal. Wait, the Manchester United, the freedom to dream. I think basically, from what we knew, like we knew he wanted to bring players to the bring big players to the team. Of course, Antoine Griezmann has literally been rumored for like the last 3 seasons for Inter Miami, but he's most likely going to go to Galaxy because he has 2 Frenchmen there. Carlos Vela now is retired, but he's one of the ambassadors for LAFC. So it's like makes sense. No, I'm saying that it fail in the sense of because Messi most likely he might sign a new contract at the end of the season. His almost I think the 4 players their contracts end this season. What will Messi do? We're talking about Messi because Busquets, I think he could retire. I really think he could retire, like at the end of the season. Jordi Alba has another like good 2-3 seasons in him. Suarez, I don't see it. Like respectfully, I don't see it. I don't see him having another good, amazing season like last season. Messi, for his position, for like, if he comes off the bench, he could probably have another season. My foot is asleep. Sorry, but it's like, did it fail in the sense of you didn't win any Continental Silverware? Like it won. I want to say the League's Cup's domestic because that first League's Cup was dominated by MLS teams. Like it was really awkward for the Mexican teams because you're all playing in the US. Like I think it was the Inter Miami played I think like 4 or 5 of the matches in Miami, 1 in Dallas, and in the final they played in Nashville. So it's like, and of course the stigma, players that play with the big teams. I'm gonna do an Al Nassr video soon. So let's maybe bring up that point. The players that have played at Inter Miami in the last 2 seasons, they're a little hyped up, but they're solid. Like for example, Leonardo Campana, the Ecuadorian. Everyone's saying he's the next big striker. I think he will, but he doesn't have the characteristics of a full number 9 like Ener Valencia. Like he doesn't, but he has good capabilities. Not as a number 10, not as a number 8, not as a number 5. Like like a shadow striker, like a second striker. He fits that role more because he needs to be supplied in the way he plays and stuff. But it's like, will he be? I don't know. I think he got called up for Latri. I don't know if it's Latri. I think it is. Hold up. Ecuador national team. Does it tell me who got called up? Hold up. Does it tell me who got called up for them? No, but I want like current players. No, that's not it. Bro, that's not it. Bro, where is it? Con convocatoria Ecuador. Hold up. Hold up. Does it tell me the players? No, it doesn't tell me. I'm trying to find it. But it doesn't find. Anyways, whatever. Like it's like you guys get the idea. Big players, big teams. But does it tell me who's gonna get called up? But yeah, that's it. I think we'll find out tomorrow who gets called up. But anyways, the club. I think the club failed exporting players. I mean, the thing is, I'll be honest, Inter Miami never gave me the vibe of exporting players. Because I'll be honest, so who's the best export that they've had? Diego Gomez, but it's because they bought him. Like, if you want like homegrown talent, I think Kramaski is probably the best homegrown talent like in the entire squad. Like no David Ruiz, not Noah Allen, not Ian Frey. I mean, Noah Allen is solid, but his height, like as a defender, it kills him. Like he's like 5'9", 5'8", which kills his ability as a defender in a sense. Like, cause defenders are all tall, 6 feet above. It's like Licha Martinez for United. Everyone's like he's short as shit, even though he jumps high, he fights for every ball like it's normal. So it's really like, what is it? But Inter Miami failed. I think they failed because out of the, I actually have to write it down. Hold up. Okay, they have had it. Okay, since Messi's been here, that's, I don't know about the League's Cup. Let's see, by 5:30. Okay, today's the 30th, so I'm doing this. They've had 2 League Cup campaigns, 1.5 MLS League campaigns, 2 CCC appearances, 1 US Open Cup final, 1 in the Club World Cup. I just made a video. I think they're not gonna get. I think they could have a possibility of getting in the group, but it's gonna be super tough with Palmeiras. Out of the 2 league, because the league is the season's not over. Out of the 1.5 seasons Messi's played before this season, they did not qualify for playoffs because they were way too Inter Miami were dead last. And last year, of course, they won the Supporter Shield, so that's 1 title, but they did bad in the playoffs. So it's kind of like, was it worth it? And of course, they broke the record too. 2 CONCACAF Champions Cup performances. Of course, last season they made their debut. Quarterfinal and semifinal. Quarterfinal thrashing, semifinal thrashing. 1 US Open Cup final, which they should have won, honestly. The way I played, that Houston Dynamo team played like prime Barca. I swear to God, it was crazy. In 2 League Cups, 1 winning, 1 they lost in the quarters. I'm not gonna even search it up because I don't want to search it up. Fixtures, it's telling me. I can go all the way. This is last season, right? Nope. This is June. It was, there you go. They lost against Columbus 3-2 in the round of 16. So, did they fail as a club competing for trophies? Did they fail? Because I feel like I'm forgetting a trophy. Of course, the new rules, if you play, it's either one or the other. If you're playing CONCACAF Champions Cup, you play in League's Cup, or no matter what. But if you're not playing continental competition like that, you're playing the US Open Cup. That's kind of how they have it. That's how the US Soccer Federation kind of decided, which I kind of guess is cool. But they did fail because this season it seems like it's gonna be the Club World Cup is gonna be a thrashing. They think they're trying to bring in, I think it's the Mexican manager from Club America. I saw a rumor 3 hours ago, could be. Who else could it be? But no, I'm not gonna ask the question when Messi and Co leaves, because realistically, did the project fail? Because technically, they did increase their global branding. The pink shirt that meant when Messi joined. I have that pink shirt. It's iconic. It's pretty. It's beautiful. It's simple. It's aesthetically pleasing because it's just pink and black stripes. It looks good. It looks simple. The collar, it's something different. It's easy on the eyes. The black jersey, everyone has the black jersey. The black jersey is really nice. But yeah, they brought in some of the biggest players in the world. Of course, Jordi Alba, for example, one of the best fullbacks in the history of the sport. Euro winner, Nations League winner, Champions League winner. Busquets, one of the best number 5s of all time, probably the best number 5. World Cup winner, Euro winner, Champions League winner, one of Barcelona's all-time leading appearance makers. Luis Suarez, one of the best strikers, or probably the best striker. Sorry, for our generation. He's won titles everywhere. He's scored hundreds of goals. He's played for the likes of Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Barca, Ajax. He's won a Copa America with Uruguay in that goldenish generation with alongside Cavani and Forlan. Of course, and Messi. Messi has no introduction. Like, he needs no introduction. Like World Champions League winner, Copa America winner, World Cup winner. Probably he scored 91 goals in a calendar year. Probably he's 8 Ballon d'Ors. Probably the best player in history. It's like he brought in those players, and he brought in other players such as a lot of youngsters. Fafa Picault, for example, he's a MLS veteran. He's played everywhere. Matias Rojas doesn't play. Well, Matias Rojas left, right? Oh, he's back at River. Yeah, he's back here. Hold on, let me search up because I know Picault played. I know Picault played. He's played everywhere. If I could find him on the bench. It's Michael Fafa. Oh, that's what people call him. Fabrice Picault, the Haitian international, 34 years of age. But he's played for Vancouver. He's played for Nashville, the Dynamo, Dallas, the Union. He's played in He's playing the USL. This is USL, right? This is USL. Tampa Bay, Fort Lauderdale Strikers, Sparta Prague, St. Pauli in Germany. That was probably Bundesliga 2. Like, this man needs no introduction. He just started playing for the Asian national team. Huh, interesting. He only has 1 trophy with Vancouver. I did not know that. I really thought he had won a lot more titles. But he needs no introduction. Like, he is an MLS veteran. Also, Jose Martinez, great shout. Probably Atlanta's best ever player, alongside Miguel Almiron and others, and Dax McCarthy. Of course, he's won the Golden Boot with them, won the first ever MLS Cup, all of that. It's like Inter Miami. I could look through the squads right now. Gonzalo Higuain. Of course, Higuain didn't have the performances. He didn't lead them to anything, but Gonzalo Higuain was still very solid enough for it in that time. Can I search up their squads or no? No, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna have to look on I want to look at transfer marks because I'm actually curious who else do they have. Ow, my back. My back hurts. My back actually really does hurt. Ow. I'm like my lower lumbar is like inflamed. I don't know why. Okay. Let's start with. Is that what the season? Anyone huge? Anyone? I guess known. I guess. Federico Higuain, of course, a MLS veteran, of course, Higuain's younger brother, older brother, Blaise Matuidi, World Cup winner, straight from Juventus. What is this? What's going to play? He plays for the Las Vegas Knights. But he's played for DR. Que lo que. But yeah, Higuain, Gregore, I guess Leonardo Gonzalez Pires. Gregore. I don't think they had a team in 1920. No, they didn't. They did. Will Trapp played for them. Lewis Morgan. Pizarro. Matias Pellegrini. These are names I know. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna have to probably say out loud of who the heck they are. Pizarro, of course, won a Mexican International. Mexican International. He's won a lot of trophies with Club, with Chivas, Pachuca, Monterrey, A lot of things with Pachuca, Jesus. Matias Pellegrini, who also played for NYCFC, not as big but known. Lewis Morgan, ex-Celtic, who is very solid for Celtic. Currently plays for the Red Bulls, who reached the final last season. Will Trapp, currently at Columbus still. No, Will Trapp at Minnesota, but he was at Columbus last season and helped them not win anything. Huh. Weird. Who else? Lee Union, the I don't even know how to pronounce his name. The guy he played for the Galaxy for their first season. I remember Nguyen. I cannot pronounce the last name. I never learned how to play it. Luis Robles. Oh shoot! He played for Inter Miami as well. Honestly, he's an MLS veteran for sure. He played for the Red Bulls for probably like almost a decade. So I mean, technically they did bring in big players. Like technically, if you kind of know who you're talking about. Basuelo, of course, currently Toronto. Toronto. He's not at Toronto. He's at Lafayette, of course. The Spaniard played very solid for Toronto. Kamal Miller, of course, Canadian international. I'm trying to think of other players. Leonardo Campana, I guess. Leonardo Campana has potential. I mean, he's like 26, 27, but it's giving me transfers. I do not want transfers. Shoot. But that's just like an overview, I guess. So Inter Miami, in their history, they have brought big players in. They brought in superstars, ex-superstars. The superstar never goes away. They brought in big players. They molded some players like Diego Gomez, Campana. They've had very big players. They've had solid players. But has the project failed? I cannot say anything until the big four, or probably Messi, leaves, because that's when most of the fan base will leave. And yeah, that's kind of it. Tata Martino did what he needed to do. Javier Mascherano does not look like he's gonna do much this season. He's probably gonna get the sacking soon, because he doesn't have a bad record with Miami. Like, let me hold up. Shoot, does it tell me? What's PPM? Points per match? I guess points per match. That's not what I wanted. Diablo, no, that's not what I wanted. Hold up. Stats. All stats. He has in 76 matches in his entire career, he has 142, drew 15, and lost 19. But I'm guessing those 19 losses, some of them were the biggest losses. France in the Olympics, Vancouver. Of course, the season is young. Like, it's a really young season. I'm looking at the team right now. I'm looking at his losses. Brazil and the 2020 U20 championship. Not bad losses. Mexico U23, even they just beat them. It's crazy. Guinea-Bissau, Morocco. So it's not. He gets results, but not enough. Like, there's some points where it's just like, yo, we really need somebody to step up, because he's solid, but like, we know he sometimes is like, what the hell do I do? Not sub-wise, just like the lack of subs, or like, it's a lot of different things. But of course, he's an ex-player, so he probably has a better advantage than most managers. But yeah, do you guys think Inter Miami has failed? Just let me know in the comments below. I mean, and other than that, like the players have been whatever. I'm not gonna talk about goals, whatever, like that, because that's just we want results and accolades. That's a project. But yeah, it's been Kevin. And when I mean project, I mean like last 2-3 years. Of course, in retrospect, I guess they didn't fail, but in the last 2 seasons of what the caliber of players and stuff they had, I think they failed. But yeah, it's been Kev. It's too soon to tell, but we'll tell. I could tell you by the end of the season, maybe. I'll probably pin a comment or something. But yeah, it's been Kev. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.